Gemini, good morning. How are you? So I've got my glasses on, Gemini, because I picked up a number just before I started your reading. I normally just check my phone and put it down before I start your reading, and your number, or my number, or your number, if it correlates, was 1212. So you could be dealing with a Pisces. That would be a 12-3. So that would be 6, Gemini, or Capricorn. So it could be have something to do around Pisces, Gemini, Capricorn. 1212. So the meaning of 1212 in an exciting sign that you can fully trust the new people, opportunities and arrangements which have just appeared in your life to be the best. Okay, so it's saying that you can trust the people that are around you if there are new opportunities, or that there are new people around you now or within that. And new, it says new people, so it highlights new, basically, saying that you can trust them. If you are interested in love, let's see the meaning of love. When it comes to your love life, you're in luck. Not only does 1212 add great meaning to romantic relationship, it also means a stronger connection with your partner is on the way. According to Barry, this number is about never giving up on the relationship, even if the road gets difficult. So even if you're struggling with difficult times, or you've got new people around you, it's saying that you can trust your path. And I've got an extremely bad back, Gemini, and I was going to start off by moaning that I've kind of got like man flu, I suppose, but no, I have got a seriously bad back and I cannot move, and every time I move, oh my god, it's right at the bottom of my spine, and I think it's to do with my bed, because I've moved all of my mattress. You know, once every so often you change your mattress and you turn it over and everything else. And I've got two of those mattress toppers, and it's like really soft, and I think it's kind of like messed my back up, Gemini. So anyway, let's see. Definitely hearing a song for you, which is so you think you can tell, heaven from hell, blue skies from pain. You really could be dealing with anything to do with a Gemini or Capricorn. Okay, blue skies, blue skies. Ruby, mirroring Ruby, Ruby Tuesday. That was Pancake Day. I think it's just been, right? Baker, Baker's man. Bake me a cake as fast as you can. Could be something to do with someone's birthday. That would be Pisces. That would be me. Hey, Gemini. So it could have something to do with bake me a cake. Make me a cake as fast as you can. Someone could be baking you a cake or making you a cake for your birthday if you're a Piscean. Maybe something like that. Cake making, cake watching. Right, so let's just get on with your reading, Gemini. Let's see. So what's Gemini got coming up for March 2023? March 2023 for Gemini. What they got coming up? Oh, my back, Gemini. So, Seamen. Some of you are talking a hell of a lot to a person, or you're considering travelling. Oh, this is also... Sorry if I do this quite a lot, Gemini, but it really is bad. If you're really considering like moving or traveling or talking, like long distance, short distance, long distance, I'm also picking up like long distance or short distance marathon running. So it could have anything to do with like London, that's the London Marathon, or Emily Lewis and Maria Michael Jackson, or Marilyn. Okay, but like long distance walking, long distance traveling, long distance biking, whichever way around it is. I think there's probably exercise also here. But this can also be exercising your vocal cords. So you could be singing, rapping, writing, and you could also be talking a lot, okay, for a living and also with a person. Okay, let's see. Gemini. Let's see, Gemini. What's Gemini got coming up, please, for Gemini for March 2023? For Gemini. 7 of Cups. Ooh, I feel like I'm in a metaphysical connection, and there are plans to be made, arrangements to be made now, or trying to get laid, maybe, I don't know. But if any of you here are like talking and you're all up in the like mushroom cloud of like, oh my god, I'm sort of, you know, dreaming quite a lot, thinking quite a lot, analysing, maybe losing sleep or having too much sleep, but just like thinking. Okay, this is like planning and thinking about the metaphysical connection that you're in. So when I say metaphysical, there can be differences of metaphysical. Metaphysical connections are obviously like long distance relationships and people that you're not actually living with, okay? Like actually classed as maybe in a relationship, so you're not really living together. But that means that there would be distance. If there's talking, it's brilliant. if there is where there's a metaphysical connection but the other partner is not talking and you're ignoring each other, then that's obviously not good, right? So this should be something that's here for you of like thinking a lot, because this is also thinking a lot about traveling as well, whether it be communicating. Eights, this is a very big travel card, and they have been coming up in Pisces and Capricorn a lot in their readings. And you do come up in there because Gemini, right? Sixes, I read in numerology. Let's see. So there could be thoughts of travel. There could be thoughts of communicating at long distance. Here, making plans with your partner or without one. If you don't have one, it's also like willing to meet one. Gemini through March 2023 for Gemini. So you got 2, you got possible Libra. There's also, like I said, there is a long distance communicating energy that is here, 8, 9 and 10. That's kind of sort of like longing to wait to hear from someone. It's kind of like I'm communicating via, I mean, this could even be your job like I'm doing on here, right? Communicating via multimedia. But say like I'm dating someone, seeing someone, talking to someone, that would be like waiting to hear from the person, okay? That is at a long distance. So it's just basically waiting to be able to communicate with each other or see each other. Let's see, Gemini through March 2023. What's Gemini got coming up for March 2023, please? Well, single as a Pringle. So some of you are actually, well, it's difficult to say. You can have a metaphysical connection and get on really well, but kind of class yourself as single maybe, but you shouldn't be single if you're really getting on well with someone. So 9 can also be physically fit and healthy, unlike myself. Well, definitely at the moment, Gemini, but like this can have a lot to do with like traveling, biking, walking, getting fit, all of this kind of stuff here. This can either be single or healthy relationship if there is one, and healthy communicating, okay? But it can also represent single, okay? But if you're not single and you are seeing someone, then you'll probably relate maybe to it more as a healthy vibe, getting healthy, walking, talking, fit, all of that sort of stuff. Definitely keep hearing like, these boots are made for walking. These boots are made for walking. And they're going to walk all over you. It might be because I'm sitting in this chair every single day, leaning over this desk. But suddenly my back has gone out, as done yesterday. Yesterday was like it, but this morning's actually affecting my vocabulary. Let's see, Gemini, what they got coming up for March 2023. What is going on, Gemini, here? 3 of Swords. Unless you're relating to this more as a Cappy reading, I really don't know. Because here, it's saying single, choices, options, past, present, future. Long distance, considering travelling, wanting to get out. Had enough, single, still connected to X, more than likely here. Okay. Let's show you. Okay. Could be a life path 9 Virgo energy. But like I'm single, you know, all day long, just sort of like metaphysically connected to spirit, wondering about who's coming along next, you know, not really connecting with the past partner because the past partner has done nothing but this. So that's not a given. So that's 100% single. The 8 of Wands and the 7 of Cups can just definitely represent I'm thinking about who's going to be coming along next for me to be in a relationship with, or at least talk to. But there's definitely a single energy here. And my eyes keep going to this 9, this Virgo or life path 9. But I keep picking up that this energy here is a single life path 9 person here. Now, this is either a recent breakup that you guys have probably experienced. Okay, a very recent breakup that you've experienced. You could have come out like a long traumatic kind of scenario that was kind of going on, like, it doesn't have to always be third-party relationships, but it can just be something that was like, there's been an ongoing slog in order to try and get someone to be on the same page as what you're on. And Beyonce, Brian, Beth, Bethany, Bethel, Dean, Dan, Danielle. Danielle, you all right, Danielle? But like, you know, it's been an upgoing slog trying to get the other person to fully commit into a relationship. They never did. They never really was interested. It was more of a time-wasting experience than anything else, you know. A little, I don't think that, I think that if you've split up here, okay, I don't think that you're that bothered. Like, if I'm honest, without it sounding bad to the other person, I just don't actually think these spirits that are around me just lately, have you seen it? They're all floating there. I don't think that you're actually that fussed. Like, you're really, if you're there, can you heal my back, please? Right, Gemini? But I don't think, ooh, ooh, not there, fruity. Anybody else been violated by a spirit at all? Anyone? Woo! But like, yeah, you would have had to have seen the spirit first to know what I'm talking about. But I don't think you're that, like, you know, it's a bit like but it's more like an inconvenience than anything else here. Okay. Let's see, Gemini, I was really expecting like a really good reading for you guys. You might not be relating to this one here. Hopefully you don't. It might be my back that's kind of messed up your reading, Gemini. But it's not over yet. It's not over till the fat lady sings right here. Let's see. Gemini, what's going on with Gemini? For March 2023. Gemini, for March 2023. The Tower. Some of you are having an awakening or a mental breakdown, or I mean, like I said, this might not be you. It could be just some random person that's just kind of like connected onto your energy, maybe. I don't know. Whoever it is here is single. They've gone through a breakup. They're having an awakening, okay? But they're having some sort of like mental breakdown. Like, you know, I just can't take this shit no more. It's really doing my head. This is Danielle. Sorry, Danielle, but every time I say Life Path 7 can't take this shit no more, Danielle's somewhere up in here. So this is I just can't take it anymore. This is showing me the signs of you guys that have maybe not caught up when we went to year 7, 2023, right? And you were still coming out of that globule energy of like 2023, that shit show of 2023, 2, that we called a shit show of life. And then 2023 shows us, y'all guys are definitely going to be leaving the person that you were with if you haven't. If you have not left, right, from 2022, okay, year 6, and you haven't left that person yet, when that comes to now, you will be. You will be. If you haven't met anybody new when it comes to around like Christmassy time or just after like January, February time, and you haven't met anyone new, your year 7 is going to be about leaving the past behind to meet someone new in year 2023. Guarantee you, 100%. Gary or Tina. Okay, but I guarantee you, right? And if you're not, you're going to stay in this same circumstance and this same shit is going to happen. So you either get with a ticket and you get moving, okay, or you stay as you are, okay? Kurt Kabang, all day long, baby, okay? You'll feel like it, right? Oh, Gemini. What? I'm not even taking that. 9 of Wands. Some of you are just still either with this person or you're just like coming out of it. Because this to me can be like an aftermath energy, like after the war, right? It's what people experience when they come back from war, which is PTSD. But the trouble is it's so easy to just throw around the old narc word. Let's just throw in the narc word. You know, we're on the internet. Everyone's a fucking tarot reader. Let's just throw the narc word and the fucking sociopath word in there and the gaslighting experience. Well, if they're a narc and they're a gaslighter, then what the fuck are you with them for? Right? Trust me, when you're with someone, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're a narcissist. It just means that you're controlling each other to actually fucking leave. You're showing each other signs. I think it's about time that I packed up my shit and went. Or, I think it's about time you packed up your shit and got the hell out. Okay? Because I ain't putting up your shit no more. Right? Boundaries, 7. Life Path 7 or Year 7. Boundaries, 7 of Wands. Putting your foot down. Boundaries. The Tower. When are you going to have enough boundaries to kick someone to the curb and say, you know what, this really isn't working out, Dave? It ain't. Well, it ain't, Dave. It ain't working out. It ain't. What do you want me to do? Well, sank. You know, what you doing, Nank? Well, out. You know, put your foot down, for God's sake. Stop being a feminine carpet, okay? You're supposed to be a feminine, strong person, okay? Get used to your femininity. This doesn't mean to stop you from being feminine, but in life sometimes, guys, you've got to be an arsehole, be cruel to be kind. Get your shit out, okay? Time waster, money grabber, okay? Whatever it be, okay? You're wasting my time. I'm going grey and I'm getting older by the minute. I ain't here to mess about. I'm being serious, Dave. If you ain't going to sort out your shit, then get out. Right? Yeah. That's what I'm picking up for you, and I was really expecting a good reading here. So I'm picking this up as a long time experience here. Of just like either Gemini, for some of you, just that long in a metaphysical connection that you don't know your head from your arsehole. You've like lost grips of reality. This is where you probably think your twin flame is from outer space and I'm a 7D quadruple twin fucking twat flame that hasn't even appeared on Earth yet. Those people are crazy as shit. There's those people out there. I have a twin flame and they're not even on Earth. Of course they're not. Neither are you. Right? So, you know, you get them. Oh, trust me, you get them, right? Please tell me you're not watching my channel and you're one of these Blu-ray intergalactic 90D twin flames that haven't even appeared on Earth yet. And I'm having multiple orgasms by someone that hasn't even been born. Like, please, y'all got to wake the fuck up through that, right? It's just an awakening. That's what it is, an awakening. Okay, you've just attached the belief of a twin flame on it, right? It's an awakening. How can I get that through, right? You'll attach a thought to twin flame, right? But twin flame soulmates, true ones, are supposed to be talking, getting on, like a house on fire, okay? Like a physical house on fire. Hopefully your fucking house isn't on fire, right? But if your readers and auras are all on fire and you're like dripping like a fuck fridge and you are talking constantly all the time and getting on, that is what soulmates do. They get on like a house on fire. They get on really well. If you ain't, that obviously tells you, right? It's the wrong person, right? It isn't the real one. It's the karmic energy, the chrysalis, the fool, the trick, okay? The one that keeps you there, the one that keeps you stuck, the one that makes you keep going through these same goddamn lessons until you learn it. And so you can evolve and spiritually move on and actually meet the person that you're with. The person that you're supposed to be with is probably sitting like in the future thinking, Jesus Christ, Danielle, or someone like that. Like, will you hurry up? Like, I'm filling up, Dave. I'm waiting for you to hurry up so I can meet you in the future. But you're lagging your ass behind. Like, you're just lagging britches, right? You just, what you doing? That's what your twin in the front, I would say, if they're more advanced. Will you hurry up and get it? Right? Your space mushroom person can be anywhere in life. Anywhere, right? If you feel like you've got a connection, you've got to see it out. But if you're with a connection and you've seen it out and it ain't shown you anything else, then for God's sake, right? Yeah. Gemini. You know me, when I'd start Gemini, I start grilling people. So Gemini, what they got coming up for March 2023? Let's make out that we didn't see that Nine of Wands, right? Gemini for March 2023. The pussy. I mean, someone here is dripping. Yeah. But I would like to say the King of Wands is here with a huge erection. Well, I mean, this could be your person in the future. Someone's just waiting for a huge erection in the future with you. But like, I don't know what all this devastation is, or Devi. Well, there's a dragon. Like, I don't know. Just like, it could be like one man or one woman, one after the other. And none of them are just like, you know, the past, the present, the future. They're all turned out to be idiots. You know, no one wants a commitment. People only just may want like a slight ego rub. Maybe a one-night stand, I don't know, because the Tower and the King of Wands is also someone that can be sexually frustrated here. Let's see. Because all these here might not relate to your love life. They could be relating to something that's going on during March on the external energy of your love life, right? Let's see, Gemini, what they got coming up for March 2023, please. So we've got the High Priestess. It gets... I'm filling up. Especially when I got backache, Gemini. Right, I have 3 placements of Gemini. I hope this is in my life. Yeah. But like the High Priestess, it's a secret energy, right? If it was in reverse, this means don't discuss money and finances. Everything is going completely tits up and wrong. You're not actually speaking to anybody. You're not communicating. They're not with you. Everything's gone whack, right? Someone focuses more on the negative than they do the positive. They look for negative answers than what they do the positive one. Okay, which means that you talk to someone and they're like, okay, let me analyze. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm a Pisces, right? I am a Pisces. And I find it very difficult to communicate with Libras. Believe it or not. Every time I've come across a person that, say, has like a Libra moon or something like that, every time I've communicated with them, this is nothing against them, but me personally, when I've done that, they've done nothing but like think and then look for the negative. So they'll ask loads of people, okay, how can I find the negative answer to a good connection? Okay, now I've found out from other people, I can come up with that negative conclusion. And you're like, where the fuck have you just got all of that? Well, I've been thinking about it, and it's negative. And you're like, well, of course it's negative, right? And it can be people that analyze things that much that they overthink, and they just look for the negative answer so they can say no. You know, it's like pass, no. You know, pass, no. No, pass, no. Right? And there can be like this negative energy here. But the High Priestess can be a very secret, divine, special connection that someone has with someone. And this can be you guys, and this be someone else at the top. Okay? Let's see, Gemini through March 2023 for Gemini. Ooh, things are really getting steamy here. It looks like this High Priestess doesn't have anything to do with not speaking. This is a pretty much like an energy of a really good part in the middle here of someone, and the top energy there being external energies of like people. I don't really want to see people. I don't really enjoy people's company because they're all batshit crazy, right? And I go out and everyone's going mental, right? And I can't cope around energy, because you can't when you're an empath. You can't go to large places when you're an empath. No, well, I can't. No, too much energy for me to be feeling when there's a lot of people around. Okay. Even a huge shopping mall, I get very flustered and start like, whoa, what's going on around people? Like, what do they want? Like, you know. So I can't do large crowds of people and stuff like that. It's a bit hard to say. There's a sexual desire here. That's 100%. There is a sexual desire. I'm not going to lie. This is like a sexual desire that I have for someone. It can be someone that's like really attractive. You could be someone that's definitely not like me, but like a really is like a really attractive Gemini, and you get offers all of the time. And you're kind of like, oh, I'm so sick to death of these sleazy people that are all around me all the time. All they want is just to get their leg over, and that's it. They don't offer me anything else but that. Okay, and they're all sleazy and everything else, right? It could mean that, right, here. I'm just really trying to turn this reading around for you, Gemini, because even if it doesn't, right, the top energy, the middle one means that if you guys can move on from your past right now, all right, and start getting to move on now, this is what starts to happen through your March now, like here, right? Because this can be a very good secret kind of, doesn't have to be devious and stuff like that, but it definitely means a very special connection that you've got with someone that's divine, okay? Because it could be very positive, because some of you could be dealing with like someone that's very negative, okay, compared to someone that comes into your life that's very positive, okay, here. But if you're going through this breakup, split up, we're together, and it's very negative, and then the next day it's very positive, and then the next day it's extremely negative, and we've split up and we've gone back to being single again, and then all of a sudden it's very positive and we get back together, and then it's negative again, and then they come in wanting sex and whatnot, and then you get back together and they're like, oh, I miss you, babe, and you're like, oh yeah, I know, sweetie poo, and we're all back together, aren't we? And you're like, yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? And then you give it another day or two, and then you're like, right, you bitch. You're like, what? And then you're split up again, you're having an argument, and you go through this hell loop. Like I said, if you don't recognise that and that's happening still, and you haven't recognised those patterns of behaviour, you're going to be doing that all year long in year 7. Splitting up, getting back together, splitting up, leaving, walking out the door, avoiding each other, not talking, leaving, go, oh, that's it, walk away, don't come back. Yeah, don't you come back until you've got a job. No, you know, and you're like, oh yeah, you think you know it all, don't you? And you're like, no, you'll be doing it all year. Okay. So it's up to you guys, right? Because here, the top energy can mean, yeah, we've had a Barney, we're still connected, I still love this person, so I think. In denial, trust me, I've done it 35 times, I thought I was in love, I wasn't, I was in denial. Okay, Danielle, you keep coming up here, I will start spiritually kicking your ass. Okay, Uncle Steve's going to start doing his work. I'm only kidding around, guys, when I do that, right? Here. It's all in the goodness of my heart in order to try and help you guys, right? But, you know, I got a feeling that here it's the same kind of scenarios that you're single, the person ends up keep trying to coach you back into not wanting to leave, or, but, you know, and it's like, oh, one time after time after time. Time after time. Gemini. Now, if you're lucky enough to be a Pisces, you need to watch their reading, because that was fandabidozy. Because it's actually their solar return, which is, well, my birthday's in March the 8th. Let's see. Gemini. What's going on with Gemini? For March 2023, new person. Something is happening here, Gemini, because I'm picking up on maybe 2 stories. Some of you that are actually with someone, and that's going well here. Okay, here. That's going really well. Some of you are on a different timeline where you have been, because you could be watching this as Capricorns, right? And Capricorns have had a hell of a time of it. Because Capricorns, believe it or not, right, Capricorn's reading started off brilliantly. Patron, it went to absolute garbage pile of shit. Absolute garbage pile of shit. Because all the cards were brilliant on the bottom. Clarified this, basically. This sort of stuff. Single, heartache, chasing and running, leaving, coming back, wanting you, not wanting you. All of this sort of stuff going on. That was Cappy reading. Okay. Cappy reading, being a 6 of now Gemini, 6 major arcana, is kind of showing me the same vibe as the Cappies, what they're going through. If you're like a Cappy coming from the numerology part, and you've been arguing, blah, 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 getting back together, blah, 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 so on and so forth, same aspect, right? If this top here, this top section of cards that I will show you when I do your reading, continue on with it, you can see here that it is conflicted between being single, with someone, without them, with them, without them, with them, without them. Argue, then get on. Argue, speak, don't speak. Okay. If you're prepared to go through that with that same soulmate, keep doing it until you can't. Because it will not be forever. It won't. I guarantee it won't be forever. Oh, no. No, no. You'll waste many years, and then you'll just get older and you'll think, fuck, I wish I'd have moved on many years ago, but that blonde idiot told me something that I didn't really want to hear, and I'm just going to leave a dislike and have a go at him and then just fuck off somewhere else, and then maybe come back 5 years later thinking, who was that blonde idiot that actually told me back then what I should probably do, and I never did, and now I've understood. Hello from 5 years later, or ago, right here. Yeah. So far, what I'm going to do is now I'm going to change the camera angle, get out me doofer daffer and put it down so you can see the cards, and we're going to do the rest of your reading for your month. That's going to be another 5 cards at the bottom and then clarify everything. Now, all of this can turn around, but because you mix up with Gemini Cappies, a lot of the times, okay, I get these where there are a load of good cards and then also struggling cards, right? Sometimes I pick them apart and say, okay, if you're in a really good standing relationship, all of these positive cards are on top of one another. That's you guys. All the what, you know, and I go through it with you and I try to break it down and make it a little bit less dynamically complicated to figure out who is who if you're on that vibe, okay? If any of this happens to crop up during the month of March that you haven't been going through, then we will clarify these to obviously tell you what that is that comes up in your energy through the month of March, okay? So, Gemini, thanks very much. I really do appreciate it. If you would like to join me over on Patreon, you will need either tier now because it's bronze, silver, or gold. Bronze is like $3 or $4, and you get 12 signs, okay, and you can watch them all, and back catalogue ones if you want. You can watch yours and your partner's cross-watch, do whatever you like. If you're following me in numerology, then you got a shitload of readings to watch, okay? So it's like $3 or $4, okay? If you want the silver one, that's where your weeklies end up being, and your monthlies and your weeklies. So you know the score, right? And then the gold one is monthlies, weeklies, teaching videos that are all over there. There's a new one over there, okay? And then if not, and you're thinking, well, I really want to help out Steve a little bit because he's got a bad back and he looks pale, bless him, and he does need some sort of like help, then you might want to consider joining the join button. That is, again, $2 or $3. What you get in return is when there are enough people, I do a question and answer. You leave your question, my name is, my partner's name is, these are the struggles we're going through, can you give me a reading, okay? I'll do you a few cards and tell you what the outcome looks like, or how they think about you, or how they feel about you, and give the answer. You get one of those per person per month. You also get random readings that are thrown over there to say, okay, this is a general story. If you're following along with it and this looks like you and sounds like you, then you get to see the whole thing, and it just goes over there specially. You also get special videos that get thrown over there that a lot of people don't know. Don't tell anyone. Okay, so you get those. You get a lot for your money because you don't pay much. Just helps me out, okay? So either way, there are loads of things that you can look for in the description box provided below. Thanks very much, Gemini. Let's really hope this turns around for you guys. I really do. Because I've got a feeling that this isn't all of you here. I've got a feeling it's coming from like the Cappy reading. If you don't understand numerology of how I read, you will get really lost with that. So you've got to realise a major arcana, Gemini and Capricorn, are both 6s. So you will get mixed up between each reading, okay? So over on Patreon is going to make all the difference. Okay, so thanks very much, guys. Really do appreciate it, and I'll see you over there.